Good morning, dear children. Let's continue our chapter adverbs. In the previous two classes, we studied about the adverb and the different types of adverbs. Now, in today's class, let's learn how do we form adverbs. How can we form adverbs from other words? Most adverbs of manner end with ly. Mostly the adverbs are ending with ly. In fact, such adverbs are formed by adding ly to some other words. Usually, we add ly suffix with other words to form adverbs. We can form adverbs by adding ly to adjectives. Let's see example. Obvious is an adjective. When we add the suffix ly with it, it becomes obviously. So likewise, by adding the suffix ly, with the adjectives we can make the adverbs. Another example you can see here. Poor plus ly becomes poorly. Now some important points to remember. Words ending in le, drop it in their adverbial form. The words which are ending with le and we add ly with them to make an adverb, we just drop in the le in their adverbial form. Let's see through the example. Simple. Simple. It is ending in la. Clear? And we have to add ly with it to make it an adverb. Clear? So we just drop the final le and it becomes simply. Clear? When the word is ending with le, we just drop le before adding the suffix ly to make its adverbial form. Words ending in y, change the y into an I when ly is added to them to form an adverb. When the word is ending with when the word is ending with y and we have to add ly to make it an adverb, y is changed into I. Let's see the example. Heavy. Heavy. Dear children, it is ending with y. It is an adjective and it is ending with y. We have to make this, we have to change this word into an adverb by adding ly with it. Clear? When we add ly with it, this y will be changed into I. Clear? So, the word we get heavily. Likewise, we form the adverbs. Next rule is most words ending in l simply add the ly in their adverbial form. We can see in the spelling in adverbial form the l is doubled. Okay, we do not drop anything, we just add ly with it. For example, general is already ending with L. We add ly with it without making any changes in the root word. So it becomes generally. It is an adverbial form. Usual, usual, it is already ending with L. We simply add ly with it to make its adverbial form. So spelling we get usually. So dear children, while forming the adverbs, we should remember all these rules which we studied right now. Now comparison of adverbs we'll study. Comparison of adverbs. Dear children, like adjectives, adverbs can also be used in positive, comparative and superlative degrees. In adjectives, we studied that the degrees of comparison, positive, comparative and superlative. The same way, adverbs can also be used in positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Let's see through the example. Ajit can run fast. How can he run? He can run fast. Fast is an adverb here because it is qualified. It is modifying a word run. Okay. Yeah. So it is an adverb. Ajit can run faster than. Sorry, Anil can run faster than Ajit. Here it is faster than. It is the comparative degree. Comparison between two persons, Anil and Ajit. But Shirin can run the fastest. Here one is being compared with many. Shirin can run the fastest. She can run faster than all. So, shorter adverbs with one syllable or sometimes with two syllables make the comparative and superlative degrees by adding er or est to the positive form. Usually the words which are having one or two syllables, we add er or est in their comparative and superlative degrees. With long words, big words, we do not follow this rule. We'll study what is the rule for those kind of words. Adverbs ending in ly take more and most. The adverbs which are ending with ly, we take more and most in their comparative and superlative degree, and less and least to indicate negative meaning. Clear? Less and least we use in comparative and superlative degree to indicate the negative meaning. So here the tables are given. We can go through this. First we'll see the example. Please say it clearly. Please say it clearly. Clearly is an adverb which is ending with ly. So dear children, when we use it in comparative and superlative degree, how we do? Avani has said it more clearly. Avani has said it more clearly. It is a comparative degree. And Ravi most clearly. Avani said more clearly than the first one, and Ravi said the most clearly. So the adverbs which are ending with ly, we use more and most in their comparative and superlative degrees with positive sentences. Please don't talk so loudly. Don't talk so loudly. Here it is a negative sentence we can see. Loudly is an adverb. You should talk less loudly in the class. You should talk less loudly in the class and least loudly when you are in the school assembly. So here we can see in the negative sentences we use less and least in their comparative and superlative degrees. Now here the table is given on page number 119. The following is a list of such adverbs in the three forms. Easy, easier, easiest. Here these words are ending with y. Easy. So y is changed into I. Clear? Easier, we have added er or est with them, and y is changed into I. Easy, easier, easiest. Early, earlier, earliest. The same way, early is also ending with y. So when we add er or est with it, y is changed into I. Early, earlier, earliest. Fast, faster, fastest. Dear children, you can study the whole table from the book. Then here on page number 120, here the list of irregular adverbs are given in which all three forms are different. We can see here far, farther, farthest, bad, worse, worst, late, later, last, little, less, least, much, more, most, good, better, best. So these are the irregular adverbs. With them we do not add er or est. Their comparative and superlative forms are completely different from the root word. So now we shall study about the position of adverbs. So position of adverbs. There are three positions of adverbs in a clause or a sentence. They can be at the beginning of the sentence, they can be in the middle of the sentence, or they can be at the end of the sentence. Let's see through the examples. Tomorrow we have our games class. Here the adverb is in the beginning of the sentence. Tomorrow is an adverb. Tomorrow we have our games class. I can hardly believe my eyes. Here hardly is an adverb which is in the middle of the sentence. I met my teacher yesterday. Yesterday is an adverb which is used at the end of the sentence. Now we should remember the structure for placing the adverbs. Verb plus adverb. The first one is verb plus adverb. When the verb does not have an object or complement, place the adverb immediately after it. When the verb does not have an object or complement, we place the adverb immediately after the verb. She works hard. She works. Clear? Works is a verb and it is not having object or complement in this sentence. So soon after the verb comes the adverb. Hard is an adverb. She works hard. Amit runs fast. Runs is a verb and it is not having an object or a complement. So soon after the verb comes an adverb. Second one is verb plus object plus adverb. Now, when the verb has an object or complement, place the adverb immediately after the object. If verb is having an object, place the adverb soon after the object. Let's see through example. He gave his reply immediately. He gave what? His reply. It is an object of the verb. So, after the object comes the adverb immediately. He gave his reply immediately. She answered the question satisfactorily. She answered. Answered what? The question is an object. She answered the questions satisfactorily. Third structure is adverb of adverb plus verb. Third structure is adverb plus verb. Adverbs of time like always, before, never, often and seldom are placed before the verb. For example, he seldom makes a mistake. He seldom makes a mistake. Makes is a verb. Seldom is an adverb. It is the adverb of time. So, in this case, adverb comes before the verb. He always try to help him. Try is a verb. Always is adverb of time. It comes before the verb in a sentence. Next, fourth structure is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb plus adverb plus main verb. auxiliary verb plus adverb plus main verb. When the verb consists of a helping verb and a principal verb. When the verb is having the helping verb and the main verb both, the adverb is placed between the two. For example, he was greatly praised for his conduct. Was is an auxiliary verb. Main verb is praised. He was praised. Was praised is a verb and it consists of the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Clear? So in this case, adverbs takes place in between of auxiliary verb and the main verb. Greatly is an adverb here. He was greatly praised for his conduct. Now, the fifth structure is, we'll write here, fifth structure is adverb plus adjective adverb plus adjective. You can see here an adverb is placed before an adjective or another adverb which it modifies. Adverb plus adjective before an adjective. You are absolutely right. Right is an adjective. You are right if we say. Right is an adjective and here absolutely is an adverb. Clear? So when in this case an adverb is placed before an adjective. And the next one is adverb plus adverb. When there are two adverbs in a sentence. Clear? An adverb is placed before another adverb in a sentence which it modifies. Now, get my bag very quickly. Get my bag quickly. Quickly is an adverb here. Clear? Get my bag very quickly. So, very is modifying to an adverb quickly. So, here we can see an adverb is placed before another adverb which it modifies. So, dear children, all these rules we should keep in mind while placing the adverbs in the sentences. They can be in the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. I hope this chapter is clear to everyone. Complete this chapter in the notebook and learn all the definitions. Thank you.